Hello, welcome back again to my channel. Okay, so today what should we talk about today? Before I go into what we're going to have today, I wanted to just talk to you about, on Sunday I went out with my friends, some of my girlfriends, to go hiking, and we went to this waterfall. It was beautiful. It took us about 2 hours to drive down there. The road was so narrow and so scary. But my friend did a good job. She drove us there safely. And then while we were there and trying to park, the excitement, like, oh, finally, after so much, hours driving. And one of my friends sitting at the back seat was like, is that a beer? We saw a beer cup. Yes, literally. We saw a beer cup. And we're like, oh my God, the mother bear must be somewhere. At first we thought it was a joke, like it would go away. Then we saw it again. It was horrifying. It was really, really terrifying. And my friend just literally zoomed off. Like before we could say ABC, but that was a good story. We ended up going to a smaller waterfall and hiking. We still had fun, but it was not funny. Nope, it was not funny at all. And so it was like flee on sight. But it was okay. It's a good story. At least now I'm telling it. It would have just been a boring hiking, but now it's like, oh my goodness, it was the first time I was seeing a bear. Not on TV, not on video. This was like live. It was crazy. Okay, anyway, now let's go into what we have today. Okay, so today let's talk a little bit about how you can I'm going to share with you some ways I've actually gotten admissions into international schools without some certain criteria or qualifications that others always tend to present. Most schools that I've applied for, I always get into the school. And it's not because, oh yeah, I was a first class student or top 10 in my class. No. It's not because, it's not because of certain privileges, literally. I think it's just because it's just leveraging what information and the resources that you have. So I always say that opportunity is around you everywhere you are. The most important thing is, are you in search of any? Because if you are not in search of an opportunity, it will pass you without you even recognizing that there was one right in your face. And usually opportunity is converted into information. If you don't have the right information, you wouldn't know if the opportunity is even there to present itself. So, which is one of the reasons why I decided to start this YouTube channel, to kind of share some things that have worked for me. So like I said earlier, I've actually applied to quite a number of schools, and usually I get the admission. I always get it. But along the way, most times it's because of money that I'm not being able to pursue. It's possibly because the scholarship I got is not enough to even cover everything. But by the time I get my scholarship, don't worry, I will tell you guys my journey and how I did it, because I intend to actually get free education. I am not even kidding. I am going to make sure that happens. Okay, so now let's go back to getting your admission. So for instance, certain schools require that you get IELTS or you write an English test to get an admission. Well, you don't necessarily have to write an English test. Now break it down, especially when you come from a country that English is your official language. You come from an Anglophone country. If you're from Francophone country, I'm sorry, I do not have information to help you. You might have to keep checking, or or any other country. But if you're from Africa, for instance, where I'm from Nigeria, Lagos, proud Lagos, babe. Okay, you're from Lagos, or you're from Nigeria or Ghana, you know, all the other countries that are very similar to Nigeria, your primary official language is English, you don't necessarily have to write IELTS. There are ways you can actually escape that prerequisite. So number one thing is, if you've completed your education, all your basic education and your tertiary education, your secondary education in English, that already qualifies you. But the most important thing is that people do not ask these admission officers how to, you know, navigate that. So, but one thing is that you need to get a document called Medium of Instruction from your university. Go to your Senate and ask for Medium of Instruction. It's possible that your school refer to this document in a different terminology. Just ask your lecturer or your alumni or whoever that is in your school, you know, but usually ask the admission or student affairs personnel officer in your school. They are familiar with this kind of document. So what is Medium of Instruction? It's just a letter from your university telling your prospective university that all your education, your undergraduate education was taught in English, and you had some English classes, like for instance GNS. Almost every school in Nigeria has GNS. That is basic, right? So, and also in your primary and the secondary education, you did English language. So you see, if you get this document, it can actually save you time, can save you money, because I know writing IELTS or English test cost a lot, and sometimes you might not even get the right score. Some will tell you that they want 7.5 to be your lowest score and you are on 6. So, but if you have this Medium of Instruction, you don't have to worry about that at all. So you see, that information is so valuable. I have never written IELTS for any of the schools I've applied for, and I've always gotten it. In fact, I have also gotten scholarships even without IELTS. So, but of course it depends on the kind of scholarship and the school. So if the school would still require that you get the IELTS, then you know that that is not for you. But it doesn't mean that all schools would not accept that, but most schools would accept Medium of Instruction. So another thing you can also do that can save you a lot of time is to have your transcripts at hand. Now, so you can say that a lot of schools will tell you they don't send transcript to you directly, you know, because they only want to send it as an official document to either a school you're applying for or your workplace. So if you're currently working, just apply for your transcript and then send it to your workplace, and then you receive it, personal one. Okay, so if you don't have a workplace, you don't have a job, you can send it to your sister, your uncle's workplace. Just send it to a work address so that you can have a personal copy. Now, the reason for this is when you're applying for schools and they are requesting for transcripts, right? You already have it, so you just scan and do have an electronic copy of it on your Google Drive or your computer, wherever. So whenever the school requests that you upload your transcripts, instead of you having to pay a lot of money, like 20K or 30K, depending on your school and the location that you're sending the transcript to, what you can just do is just upload the electronic version, at least for the application period. And if there is no platform for the school for you to upload, you can just send it to the program manager or the admission officer, you know, just for them to use that to consider your application. And then when you've gotten the school and you've made your decision amongst all the schools you applied for, then you can send the official transcripts, you know, to the school from your previous school. So that can actually save you a lot of money. So now imagine you're applying to like 4 different schools and they're all requesting for your transcript before even offering you admission. That is going to be a lot of money. So imagine you spending 20K for like 4 schools. That's about 80K. So doesn't make any sense. Even if you have a dream job and they're requesting for it, you can always send them an electronic version, pending the time that you need to send the physical copy. So that's what I usually do. So those 2 documents are really important, and they've really helped me. They've saved me a lot of money. Yes, they have. And I've also been able to understand that there's some schools that even after they give you the admission, you realize that you don't really want the school. So imagine if you've spent all the money, to get the application going, and you realize that you don't even want it because there's some other information or some other things about it that you don't, it does not align well with you. So those two documents, your transcript and medium of instruction, can save you money, and you can still get your application approved with them. It's just about communicating with the admission officer. So in case you have any questions or you have any ideas about other documents or other information that has also helped you to save money, time, and also gotten the job done, like getting the admission, please kindly leave your comment below. It will be good to share information that has helped us along our journey. That's the reason I have this platform, is just to share some things that have helped me in my personal journey, and I'm also open to learn from you guys. So don't forget to please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. This information goes a long way. You never know who would really need that. Okay, thank you so much, and till we see you again. Bye.